Well, this here is definitely an explosive find, and this really defines the picture of what's happening across the globe with this illusion of war that is going on. What you are looking at in the main picture here is the group of militants that had claimed to catch and kill this Egyptian pilot that had went down, or Jordanian pilot that had went down and they had caught. Now, if you pay attention to several of the key characters, you're going to see that not only are these individuals part of what they're calling the moderates, meaning the group that gets all the weapons the United States sends over there, the ones that are supposed to be fighting against the bad guys. Remember? That's how the story's supposed to be going. Well, you're about to see that a slew of these individuals that were seen as ISIS are also working as the moderates. So how can this be? How can the same individuals be serving both sides, in essence fighting themselves, killing themselves? Well, that's not happening. I want you to take a good look at this man right here. Remember this face? Remember this face? These guys with this leader. This is the leader, as you're about to see down here. Right here. Front and center. Here's the other man. In multiple clips with the Egyptian guy. This guy being key, the leader. And guess who he was meeting with? Looks like a different man now, doesn't he? Suit and tie, smiling, next to puffed up with his fist balled up, McCain. Why is it McCain seems to be in all these images and caught with all these different people connected to these different groups? And no one wants to talk about it. I'll tell you why. Because they control both sides of the war. And it is an illusion that they are playing on you. And they are busted. When the men of this coalition that's supposed to be getting all the weapons, and I just showed you that guy sitting right next to him, he's right here. You can see all these individuals. It's them. This one. It's right here. Right there. You go back, keep going back and forth to each one of them. Look good. It's them. Every single one of them. How can this be? Because they're lying to all of you. How can it be that the coalition forces are actually the enemy? It's exactly what's happening. And they're fooling the world. You better get to know it. It's all written and shown plainly right here. I'll leave a link so you guys can look further into this, but this exposes this illusion. And it shows really what's going on here. That these same groups that McCain and others are meeting up with in business suits and everything else that are supposed to be part of the coalition force that's receiving all the weapons and all the goods from America and others. And the enemy that they're fighting seems like they're one and the same. And can you imagine how big this is? When this is just one pocket, one group, one cell. And most of the time, you wonder why they keep their faces covered? Because soon as they're exposed, they're exposed. There's a reason they're covering their faces. Because if they were not, we would have picked this up long before. I'll leave a link. Continue to update. This is why we say Killuminati. This has been Dabu7. Eyes open.